question of the day for August 3rd, 2024. Is Eli Manning a Hall of Fame quarterback? Because a lot of people have been talking about that. And I bring that up because I saw this post right here. I'm going to assume this is some New York Giants fan page, but I saw it on Facebook. And it asks, if Kurt Warner is a Hall of Famer, then Eli Manning is a first ballot Hall of Famer. You can't even compare the two statistically. And it got me thinking. So this is what they said. It's crazy that some people think Eli Manning isn't a Hall of Famer when Kurt Warner is. Kurt Warner only had 6 seasons with 20 plus touchdowns and 3,000 plus yards. Eli Manning had 12 and he won more championships. Eli will be a Hall of Famer by this time next year. And I read that and I got kind of upset because whoever wrote this did what a lot of people do when they do this, and it really makes me mad when people do this. If you're gonna tell the story of something, don't tell half of the story that's gonna fit your narrative. I hate when people do that. If you're going to tell the story, tell the full story, not bits and that's that Skip Bayless stuff. Skip Bayless, it's like he looks up certain stats to try to prove, well, he's better than this person in this area and this area. Like QBR. I've never heard before Skip Bayless, I never heard one person ever mention QBR. But that's what Skip Bayless would always, well, Dak Prescott's QBR is better than blah, 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 blah. I hate when people pick certain points of something to try to prove a point, but they don't tell the whole story. Notice how he said you can't even compare the two statistically. So that's what he's going by, the statistics. But what people need to realize is Hall of Fames I'm not going to say they have nothing to do with statistics, but statistics aren't everything is, all of it is stats. So everything is statistics. But if you're going by like passing yards and touchdowns and all that, that's not the main thing that they go by. They go by individual accolades because this is not a team award. That's because people love, well, so-and-so has this many championships, so they should be in the Hall of Fame. Championships are the least thing the Hall of Fame considers. Now, if it's a person that has won individual awards and they also won a championship, that championship will help put them over the edge. But championships are not the deciding factor of if you get in the Hall of Fame or not. Look at the NBA. Robert Horry has 7 championships. Robert Horry, Hall of Fame probability, I looked it up yesterday, is 3.4. He has a 3.4 chance of ever being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Even with 7 championships. You know why? Because he has no individual accolades. For years, that's been my whole thing about Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. Because to me, Peyton Manning is the greatest quarterback of all time. But at the end of the day, Tom Brady has the rings. And people love, whenever you say, well, why? People love to say Tom Brady is the greatest. And if you ask them why, well, he has 7 championships. Championships are won by teams. If you go to ProFootballReference.com, it has like the Hall of Famers chances of getting, what's the numbers and stuff of getting into the Hall of Fame. Before Tom Brady won that Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, Peyton Manning had already been retired for years. Before Tom Brady had won that Super Bowl, he already had 6. Peyton Manning had 2. And Peyton Manning was still listed as the number 1 quarterback that was going to get in the Hall of Fame. Because his accolades were better than Tom. His individual accolades, not team accolades like Super Bowls. Because again, you win those as a team. But as an individual player, Peyton Manning's accolades are way better than Tom Brady. Tom Brady played, 22 years and only got, 3 MVPs? But he's the greatest quarterback of all time and he only has, 3 MVPs? How is that even possible? Yeah, he got 7 Super Bowls, but Tom Brady has never won a Super Bowl without his defense being top 8 statistically in scoring defense. Peyton Manning played 18 years. His defense was ranked at only 7 times. Tom Brady in 22 years, his defense was ranked top 10 statistically in like 18 out of the 22 years. It's either 17 or 18 out of 22 years. But Peyton Manning has 5 MVPs. Is it 5? I think it's 5. Peyton has 5 because Aaron Rodgers got 4, I think. Peyton has 5. Brady has 3. Peyton has way more All-Pros than Tom Brady. That's why they had Peyton listed higher than Tom Brady. It wasn't until Tom Brady's last year in Tampa Bay that he passed Peyton Manning for like the number 1 quarterback to be Hall of Fame worthy, even with the 7 Super Bowls. And he's still only above Peyton by a few points. So yeah, I just looked that up again. Peyton Manning played 18 years, had 14 Pro Bowls, 5 MVPs, 7 All-Pros. Tom Brady, 22 years, 3 All-Pros, 3 MVPs, and 15 Pro Bowl selections. So even in a shorter time, Peyton Manning has 14 out of 18 Pro Bowl selections. Tom Brady has 15 out of 22 Pro Bowl selections. Peyton Manning, 7 All-Pros out of 18 years. Tom Brady, 3 All-Pros out of 22 years. Peyton Manning, 5 MVPs out of 18 years. Tom Brady, 3 MVPs out of 22 years. Those are what determine a player's individual greatness, not Super Bowls. So again, yes, Tom Brady has more Super Bowls than Peyton, but who's to say if you put Peyton on those same Patriots team that they still don't win a Super Bowl? I'm just throwing that out there. And allow me to correct myself. Tom Brady played 21 years and Peyton Manning played 17 years. So again, that person mentioned statistically, but he never mentioned anything about individual accolades that both Kurt Warner and Eli Manning had. So let's do Eli first. Eli Manning played 16 seasons, all with the New York Giants. In 16 years, he went to the Pro Bowl 4 times. He won the MVP. He won 2 Super Bowls, and he got 2 Super Bowl MVPs. He also won the Walter Payton Man of the Year award too. So in 236 games, he threw for little over 57,000 yards, 366 touchdowns, 244 interceptions. His record was 500, 117 and 117, and his completion percentage was 60%. Kurt Warner only played 12 years. In those 12 years, same as Eli, he went to the Pro Bowl 4 times. But he was also 2 times All-Pro. He won the MVP twice. He won the Super Bowl. He went to 3 Super Bowls, won 1. He was the Offensive Player of the Year. So he played 124 games, had a little over 32,000 passing yards, 208 touchdowns, 128 interceptions. His record was 67 and 49, and his completion percentage was about 66%. So again, the reason why Kurt Warner is in the Hall of Fame and not Eli, why Eli more than likely won't be in the Hall of Fame, he may make it, but statistically, I don't think Eli is a Hall of Fame quarterback because he has no MVPs, 0 All-Pros, no Offensive Player of the Year. Eli Manning was never like, you can say at least 1 or 2 years, 3 years, whatever, that Kurt Warner was the best quarterback in the NFL. No one has ever said that Eli Manning was the best quarterback in the NFL. You can say Peyton Manning was the best quarterback, Tom Brady was the best quarterback, Aaron Rodgers was the best quarterback, Patrick Mahomes best quarterback, Brett Favre, John Elway, Joe Montana. Even Drew Brees has a tougher case because Drew Brees has none of those also. But Drew Brees, now that one is going to be interesting how they do Drew Brees, because Drew Brees, well, he's just like Eli but with better stats. But I think Drew Brees may have at least one All-Pro. He never won. He never won MVP. He never won MVP. But I'm pretty sure, because Drew Brees played like 18 years. So I'm pretty sure he has at least, with all the numbers Drew Brees put up, I'm pretty sure he has at least one All-Pro. So that's what may help get Drew Brees into the Hall of Fame. But as far as Eli, being that he has no All-Pros, no MVPs, no Offensive Player of the Year, he only has the 4 Pro Bowls in 16 years. Kurt Warner individually achieved more in his 12 years than Eli did in his 16 years. So that's why Kurt Warner is an MVP and Eli Manning may not end up being, well, not a first ballot MVP. Eli may, because on that monitor, Hall of Fame monitor, Eli Manning is actually right behind Russell Wilson, who is actually right behind Kurt Warner. It goes Kurt Warner, Russell Wilson, Eli Manning. So Eli could potentially get into the Hall of Fame years later, but he's not gonna get it on the first. He's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. But let me know in the comment sections, do you think Eli Manning is a Hall of Fame quarterback? Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like, comment. More videos coming soon. Trey T out. Peace.